Hey guys, welcome back to Shep Talk. Today we'll be reviewing the 2019 Lion King. But before we get into that, a few admin notes. The first one, if you like what you see here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It greatly helps my channel and I really appreciate it. The second one, we're doing another giveaway and details for that will be following this review, so make sure you stick to the end. Quick synopsis for those of you that have not seen the Lion King. Simba is the heir apparent to Pride Rock, but his uncle Scar kind of has other plans, and of course mischief and chaos ensue. First off, I want to talk about this movie. It's visually stunning. It is so photorealistic. Jon Favreau, the director of this movie, has said there's only really one real life scene in this movie. I tried to find it. I have a few guesses, but I'm sure they're probably all wrong. This movie just, it sets the bar really high, and it's going to be one of those things. It's like, all right, Disney, you're able to do this type of CGI in The Lion King. Why aren't we getting this type of CGI in other of your movies and even other, production companies out there? And I know that what the thing is, it's going to be the price. The money is probably really high. I'd love to see what the CGI budget on this was. But again, visually, this movie is stunning. Everybody has said it. No matter if you hate this movie or love this movie, everybody agrees that this movie, the CGI in this is just crazy. All right, guys, let's talk about what I really liked about this movie, and that is Timon and Pumbaa. Just like the original, they steal the scene whenever they're on. Of course, they've had to change some things up because some stuff in the original wouldn't really make sense or really be good in the remake. But again, they just steal the scene. One of my favorite scenes, I think two of my favorite scenes, really has to do with Timon. The first one is when Nala finally comes up and finds Simba, and for the first time sees Timon, and she just chases him like she's hungry, she wants him, and it's just a hilarious scene. I really enjoyed it. It just had me laughing out loud throughout the whole scene. And the second one, also involving Timon, is the "Be My Guest" line. No one was expecting it. It just was laugh out loud funny. I was surprised that they put it in there, but of course it's Disney, why not? And of course, how can you not love having James Earl Jones back as Mufasa? Just sends shivers down my spine. For being, over 80 years old now, that guy still has a majestic voice, and it is great hearing him be Mufasa once again. There's nothing bad you can say about James Earl Jones and his performance. He just kills it once again as as Mufasa, the king of the jungle. It's, James Earl Jones. Enough said, really, guys. And of course, the classic songs, Hakuna Matata, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. They just have you. I know when Hakuna Matata came on, I was singing, probably not out loud, and I know a lot of my family members were singing as well, because it's just, songs just grab you and they fill you with the nostalgia, and there's nothing you can do but sing along with them. And they're the classics. It's the reason we love them. Now, I will say on the downside, the original songs that they threw in there, just to me, did not hold that magic as the classics did. I didn't hear any singability to them. I wasn't feeling like, oh, this is great. You guys are probably hearing Cotton. He's moving around. So the new songs, they're meh to me. They didn't really hold up to me. They didn't have the same power as the classics did. And that's, yeah, what can I say? Another downside to this movie is, I think because they were so photorealistic, that the talking and the emotions just didn't come through a lot of the time. You'd have these scenes, I know, like we all have the emotional scenes with Simba and some of the rousing speeches from Nala and stuff like that, but it just, the emotions on the face just didn't emote. Yeah, you had the eyes, they were very expressive, but unlike the original, the animation where they could change up, make them more human, emotional appearing on the face, we didn't get that with this one here, and it kind of hurt. And Nala was probably one of the biggest offenders of that. There's some times when she was just giving some speeches where it just did not work at all, at least for me. I know people are going to say that, that they enjoyed this movie and it was great, but those are just some of the things that stood out to me. It's just the emotions, and when they're speaking, Sometimes it felt like an old style kung fu movie, if you guys have seen those, where, you know, the guy's lips are moving, but it's like a second later, that's when you see the words coming out, you know, because of the bad English dubbing. But yeah, that's another downside to me. And speaking about Nala, Beyonce's role as Nala was probably one of the other downsides to me. She just did not bring it to me. I don't think she is that good of a voice actor overall. You know, love her as a musician, love her as a singer, but the gravitas wasn't there. When she was doing her rousing speeches, I didn't feel anything. One, it could have been because, as I mentioned before, the emotions weren't there on the face as much as they could have been. But to me, overall, Beyonce just wasn't good for me. I just didn't feel anything from that speech. But I did go with my family. My nephews were there. They couldn't take their eyes off the screen. So, and at the end of the movie, I wanted to do like a little video with them, but really just didn't have the time to set up and do it. They gave it their thumbs up. So obviously Disney's hitting that younger generation. That younger generation is loving this movie. And I hope that, you know, this Lion King can be to them what our Lion King was to us. Overall, Disney is trying to give us a remake of a classic, but sadly, I don't think this remake reaches the mountaintop as the original does. And so with that, I give it 3 Sheps out of 5. It is a good movie, but it sadly does not live up to the original. Now, thank you guys for sticking around. As I mentioned before, I am doing a brand new giveaway. It is an 8x10 signed photo of Michael Shanks, best known for his role as Daniel Jackson on the Stargate SG-1. Now, what do you have to do to enter the win? 3 things this time. 1, make sure you're a subscriber. And when I say make sure you're a subscriber, also make sure that your settings are set to public so that way I know that you're a subscriber. I will put the details in the description below on how you can do that. Second, share this video. It will help my channel greatly and get the word out about what I'm doing here. Third, comment down below with, did you love this movie or do you love the remake better? Or do they both hold up or mean 2 different things for you? Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.